At midnight, where darkness reigns, there is an abandoned railway station, shrouded in thick fog. The ground is covered with dry weeds, and the atmosphere is filled with mystery. The clock seems to have stopped in this eerie place. An ancient, ghostly train approaches the station in eerie silence. Its lights shine through the darkness, but with every step it gets closer, the sense of mystery grows. A young man stands frozen, staring in disbelief at what is about to happen. The young man steps toward the train, his footsteps echoing on the platform. He hesitates for a moment, then enters. With every step, the sense of something unnatural builds, as if the train was waiting for him. Inside the train, there are strange passengers. Their faces are pale, their eyes empty, as if they are trapped in another time. Everything here is old, but the faint light coming through the windows creates an eerie atmosphere, as if time has stopped in this place. The train's doors slam shut behind the young man. He looks out the window, but the station has vanished, swallowed by the dense fog. He realizes in that moment that there is no way out. A strange conductor suddenly appears, wearing an old-fashioned uniform. He hands the young man an old ticket. The ticket is worn and faded with the words, "Passenger number 87, one way only," written in ink. The train speeds into a dark, endless tunnel. The lights flicker and fade as it races through the darkness. The tunnel walls begin to distort, time itself seems to bend, and the train moves through something otherworldly. The young man looks at the ticket in his hand with growing fear. The passengers around him begin to turn their heads slowly, their eyes empty and lifeless. The realization hits him. He is trapped on this ghostly journey, and there's no escape. The train disappears into the fog at the end of the tunnel, leaving only emptiness behind. The sound of the train fades, and the world outside becomes nothing but darkness, as if the train never existed. An old, dusty clock on the abandoned station reads midnight again. The platform is empty, but on one of the seats lies an old, faded train ticket, waiting for the next passenger. The eerie silence suggests the train will return and the cycle will start again. Inside the train, the passengers' eyes glow faintly. Their faces are expressionless, their movements eerie and synchronized. Some hold objects like old pocket watches or tattered books, as though they've been stuck in this strange journey for ages. The train enters a pitch-black tunnel. As it speeds through, the tunnel walls seem to change. Strange symbols flicker on the walls in the dim light. The train's wheels echo through the emptiness, amplifying the sense of isolation. The train comes to a sudden jarring stop in the middle of the dark tunnel. The lights flicker out for a moment, leaving the passengers in total darkness. The eerie silence is broken only by the soft sound of breathing coming from nowhere. The young man tries to speak to one of the passengers, but they don't respond. He stands still, watching them as they remain motionless, their eyes vacant. The silence presses in on him, and he feels a deep, unsettling dread. He looks out the window in panic. Outside, the landscape has changed. Now, an endless stretch of dark fog surrounds the train. He realizes the train is no longer on any known tracks, trapped in a place with no escape. The train suddenly emerges from the tunnel into a desolate, eerie landscape. The ground is cracked and lifeless, with twisted trees in the distance and a pale, sickly moon hanging in the sky, casting an unsettling glow over the land. The young man confronts the conductor again. This time, the conductor's face is partially revealed, twisted and ancient, like a being from another age. He speaks in a low, otherworldly voice. "You are now part of the journey. There's no turning back." The train moves through a shimmering veil, where the laws of physics seem to break down. The world outside looks distorted, like they are traveling through a dream or parallel dimension. The sky warps, and the landscape flickers like a broken film reel. The young man, now resigned to his fate, sits by the window, staring out at the endless night. His reflection in the glass is distorted, and for a moment, he sees a version of himself trapped in the same unending journey, his face twisted in despair. The train disappears into the thick fog, leaving behind only a blurred silhouette. The tracks stretch endlessly into the unknown. The silence is heavy with the sense of something unfinished, a journey that will never truly end.